Hello and welcome to Understandable Psychology with Alex, a channel where psychology and mental health are made understandable for you. For ages now, humans have practiced philosophy in an attempt to understand one's surrounding. Certain subsections of philosophy are also a significant aid when it comes to coping mechanisms and mental health overall. One such subsection of philosophy is the school of Stoic Philosophy. Briefly stated, Stoic Philosophy aims to increase positive emotions, decrease negative emotions, and improve individuals' virtue of character. We will look at the most proficient Stoic philosopher, what those philosophers taught, and how those teachings can be implemented in today's age. Let's have a closer look at the world of Stoic philosophy. Approximately in the year 300 before Christ, the school of Stoicism was started across the ancient world of Rome and Greece. Officially, it was credited to Zeno of Citium, who had shipwrecked outside of Athens, where he eventually started his school teaching Stoicism. The philosophers were sought after to answer questions relating to citizens' issues such as anxiety, depression, fears, and other topics. The most influential and important philosophers of the Stoic subdivision of philosophy are Marcus Aurelius, Rome's philosopher king, Lucius Seneca, a Spanish-Roman philosopher, and Epictetus, a former slave proficient with explaining the adaptation of Stoicism in everyday life. Now let's examine a few teachings by the three philosophers mentioned before. Firstly, Marcus Aurelius, who was the emperor of Rome for 19 years, an influential Stoic philosopher and a general in the war in the German countries. His most important piece of work is his Meditations, in which he wrote down his teachings as a form of diary while being deployed along the River Rhine in Germany. Those are two of his teachings. External things are not the problem. It's your assessment of them, which you can erase right now. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Another influential Stoic philosopher was Lucius Seneca, who lived in the Roman settlement in Spain for the most part of his life. Let's look at some of his takes on Stoic philosophy. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. How does it help? To make troubles heavier by bemoaning them. Lastly, Epictetus is described as a Stoic philosopher with the most practical approach to implement his teachings into everyday life. This is special as one of the biggest critiques on philosophy is that it is always far away from reality and inadequate for implementation in everyday life. Not with Epictetus though. Let's see. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? These were some of the teachings commonly found in the school of Stoic philosophy. If you wish to inquire further, I would recommend the book Meditations by Marcus Aurelius as a start. There are various ways and aspects of life in which we can implement Stoic philosophy to improve ourselves and our mental well-being. One of the most important aspects of Stoic life are gratitude, meditation, self-reflection, purposefulness, inner peace, and a constant will to improve and learn. It all starts with gratitude, being thankful for what you have, what you had, and what you will eventually receive is crucial in Stoicism. The practice of meditation and self-reflection are to keep one's emotion in check, and also a possibility to judge past emotions and behavior and change if deemed necessary. Purposefulness, as Seneca already described it in his quote that we looked at, is important in realizing and deciding where to spend all your resources and motivation for the future. Further, Stoicism is a lot about controlling your emotions and deciding which influences to allow to influence your emotional state. Therefore, it is quite important to find an inner peace and not allow external factors to influence you easily. Lastly, a steady hunger for improvement is something that the Stoic philosophy praises, not just to become better humans, but also to get to know ourselves better. Thank you for listening to Understandable Psychology with Alex. I hope you enjoyed this video on Stoic philosophy. If yes, please feel free to subscribe, like the video and leave a comment with your favorite feature from the video. Have a great day, see you in the next video.